This is one of the most delusional Dr. Phil episodes I've ever seen. This woman is willing to destroy her marriage in a minute all because of an autograph. She really believes this big country star went head over heels just by looking at her. This is when someone who has such an unrealistic view of themselves think they deserve everything they want and the people around them are just participants in their story. She convinced herself that to be happy with this famous singer, she must leave the man she promised to love and care for the rest of her life. Not that he's a catch. He was caught flirting with one of Dr. Phil's crew members. Both of them are insane and neither wants to take the blame. And the only thing they are doing is pulling innocent people into their toxic lives. Kip Moore is a country singer who is extremely popular in the USA, with lots of people enjoying his live shows. Thousands of people want to meet him, they send him fan letters, presents, you name it. And for some reason, this lady thinks out of all of these people, she's different.
I met Kip for the first time with meet and greet passes. Love at first sight. I never felt something so strongly in my life. I have a tattoo of Kip Moore's autograph where he signed my back. I've tried to call his management. None of his bandmates or managers or anyone has responded. I wrote a 12-page letter front and back to Kip. I'm destined to be with Kip Moore.
Parasocial. That's the only word. And stan. She's a stan or a stalker. None of these things are good traits in a partner, in my opinion. Famous people deal with this delusion a lot, so I bet Kip cataloged Jenna as that. Another overly attached fan who sees a future with him in a delusional fashion. Jenna is such a stan, she wrote him a 12-page letter.
Front and back!
It only took 2 concerts for Jenna to be certain she wanted to divorce her husband. The eye contact was too intense. She claims Travis, her husband, is abusive to her and that he has threatened her with taking the kids away from her. But to be fair, she wanted to live in Hawaii with Kip and get pregnant. What about her own kids? Jenna did file a protection order against Travis, so there's a chance she's telling the truth about Travis not being a good husband.
So
How many people were at the concert?
Millions. I was just in the front row. He was singing like, "Hey, pretty girl," and just kept kind of coming over to my way. And
Meet and greet tickets through a radio station.
I did. As soon as he walked out, his jaw just kind of dropped and he stood there and I stood there. I couldn't even move, honestly. He hugged me and just the way he looked in my eyes, I had never felt anything like that before.
Kip's jaw dropped by looking at her. In her mind. It's not like famous people tend to be nice in a meet and greet because people paid them to take pictures and make small talk. But again, her grandiose self-image tricked her into believing this guy was just lusting over her. I bet you there are women out there with a Kip Moore titty tattoo. She was just dumb and got an autograph on her back.
You said he gave you a hot hug and his hands were all up in your hair in Indiana.
Yes. So I waited again until I was the last person, and he definitely looked happy to see me. He made a point to sing like a whole verse straight to me. It was really intense.
This lady is following him everywhere, and look at the picture. She's just standing straight with one hand behind her back while Jenna is all over the guy. She is really hugging him. Another thing that could totally be, he noticed her looking at him in a flirtatious manner and he was either scared of a possibly new stalker or thinking Jenna is just another woman who can have some fun with.
Is that when you told him, "I'm not leaving here without you"?
Yes, I said I didn't want to leave here without you.
But so he leaves.
He did.
But then you went and tried to get in the bus.
Yeah, but they wouldn't take us.
Okay, forget what I said. Telling him I'm not living without you and then trying to climb the bus where he's touring is level 3 stalker. Counting her chasing him to another state, writing him a 12-page note, and then the meet and greets and the creepy eye contact. I bet Kip was crying in the shower while calling the cops on this lady. And don't even tell me this whole episode's existence wasn't for Jenna to meet Kip in real life. No matter how you look at this situation, Jenna blew it out of proportion. My guess has to do with how unhappy and unfulfilled she is at home.
Jenna bought a pizza for Kip Moore and put a love letter inside with her phone number and saying how much that she loves him. 2 days after Jenna got back from the Kip Moore concert, she went to court and filed a civil protection order. She wanted to kick me out of my own house.
Can I just say one thing? Jenna is acting like a teenager with all of this Kip Moore stuff. A teenager in the 90s. I don't know what that means, but maybe she married really early in life and misses the freedom and probably wants to experience being with other men other than her husband.
You're in love with him, right?
Yes,
I mean, there's no doubt in your mind you're in love with him.
no doubt.
And you believe that you are meant to be with him.
Correct.
Remember this because it will come back to bite her in the ass.
She says that you are abusive.
She was drunk, trying to drive with my children. And I tried to stop her and tripped on the gravel and fell and...
Yeah, you fell and broke a rib and punctured a lung. The police report said you were both drunk.
I'll be daggone if I'll let anybody drive my children drunk.
If both of them were drunk and one of them wanted to drive home with the kids in the car, yeah, there's gonna be violence. But it's interesting that the two drunks in the story had different needs. The mother wanted to put her kids in danger and the dad wanted to stop that with violence. Did he have to kick the crap out of her? No, completely unnecessary. This dude is bigger. He can take the car keys and leave. He didn't do that. Of course, if we believe the scenario.
And you had a protective order served on you.
Yes, sir. Honestly, I believe that the protection order was just to prevent me from coming to the house so she could sell everything I own.
You're serving your husband with a restraining order. You've got Marry Me Kip Moore painted on the back of your window.
It was literally...
And you're selling his in a yard sale.
That's conniving. She serves him with the protection order out of the blue because Travis finds out she wants a divorce because she is in love with a random celebrity. Normal people will wait until everything cools down and have a rational conversation. But not Jenna. She was already selling things that didn't belong to her. And the kids are just there in the middle of the parents' public meltdown.
By the way, according to our AP, Sophie, after seeing her pictures on Facebook, which I guess you looked up, you asked her to go for a walk on the beach.
He said he found my photo on Facebook, and he was also disrespectful about Jenna. He said that she was fat.
Assumptions, of course, but it looks like a husband who's infinitely insecure with himself. So the only way he thinks he can keep his wife in control is to subdue her and destroy her self-esteem by shaming her. Nobody will like you but me. I'm the only thing you have. Makes sense. Jenna is craving male attention so much that she is willing to stalk others that were nice to her. They divorced once and remarried a little bit after the divorce was finalized. My guess is Jenna thought she was never gonna find someone else, so she panicked and accepted the husband back.
You're not telling the whole truth. This is the first time that I finally stood my ground. And if it was a celebrity treating me nice, gave me a wake-up call, then so be it.
So be it. Good for you. I hope he calls you.
The best decision they made was getting a divorce the first time. Travis is angry and Jenna is miserable. The only thing these two have in common is that they only think about themselves.
Have you tried to smother him twice?
Twice.
No, but I've heard it over the years, millions of times.
Dr.
55
Phil, I
times.
woke up gasping for air.
Yes, this
Could
is
not
the story.
breathe.
I hear this about 55 times.
Woke up.
This is what I hear.
That sounds like sleep apnea. This guy needs a CPAP. Maybe lose some weight. But before thinking in a more logical explanation, he goes into paranoia thinking his wife is out to get him.
Does Kip know you've got a couple of kids?
I wrote him in my letter. I told him about my kids.
Would you leave them here and go to Hawaii?
I don't know. I figure that would be something between Kip, me, and him to discuss. What's meant to be, we'll find a way.
Jenna is putting Kip before her kids. Even if she's unhappy with the marriage, her kids have nothing to do with it, and yet they are never first. Jenna is Jenna's priority and Travis is Travis's priority. I mean, the couple is so toxic that Travis's brother doesn't want his wife, Jenna's best friend, to hang out with her anymore. Kind of controlling, but in the grand scheme of things, if Jenna and Travis are not willing to look at their mistakes and faulty personalities, others are going to pay the price.
Say that it's not about Kip Moore, it's about him, but I mean, we have the text right here. I'm sorry, Travis. I love you, but I am not in love with you. I am 100% completely and totally in love with Kip Moore.
Which is true. I do love him. But I also am not stupid to think that that millionth of a chance is ever going to come.
She's changing her rhetoric about Kip, by the way. Before, she was 100% sure Kip wasn't to her, but now that Dr. Phil told her he had contacts with country singers and also called her out on her delusion, things changed.
We reached out to Kip Moore. Here's what he had to say. I meet hundreds of fans a day. and always try and make myself really accessible to my fans. I've received a lot of letters throughout the years from fans thinking there was some sort of connection in a meet and greet because I smiled at them or because I made eye contact with them from the stage. I appreciate her passion for my music. I wish her nothing but the best in life.
I mean, I'm not dumb. I didn't think that.
I feel like her story's changed since when we got on here.
She did change her statement. She did a 180. But Kip was the catalyst. Both of them needed to do something about their dysfunctional relationship. They should send him a fruit basket or something. Or you know what? Just leave the man alone. I don't know what happened to the couple, but Kip did speak about it in an interview.
I really go out of my way to really engage with fans, and if you see me after every show, most of the time I'm signing. I don't go straight to my bus. I'll hang out with them. I'll take pictures with them. I engage with them, and a lot of times that can be mistaken for other things.
Right.
You know, but I don't want to stop being me because of a few things, and it's I've had people tell me I don't need to do certain things that I'm doing anymore.
Are you going to watch the episode?
No, I'm not going to watch.
If a complete stranger, I mean, he's a celebrity, but you know what I mean, got involved in Jenna and Travis's business without their knowledge, imagine the brother and sister-in-law. Their marriage is in danger because of the couple. Jenna and Travis are so toxic together that until they figure out why they bring out the worst in each other, they will poison everything they touch. Thank you for watching.